All right, let's get back into our division this week. And we're working today pretty much on what we did Friday, just adding a little extra step into it today because we're decomposing numbers with the remainder in the tens place. Friday, we just had remainders in the ones place. So that's the difference between what we did Friday and what we did today. Okay, so today we are taking the number 5 on this first problem and we're putting it in the two groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get our two groups down here. And so this is just in the ones column. We have 5 ones. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. And we don't have 2 more. So we see that's going to be our remainder, don't we? So we write that out. We've got 5 divided by 2. Okay. And we see in each group there'll be 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 5 minus 4, the remainder that's left is 1. So that's very simple to get started here today. But now here's where it comes into play on problem number 2 as we draw this out. It's going to look a little bit different than it did on Friday. So if you watched Mr. Walker in his video, you saw what we're going to be doing. So we're going to divide this into the ones and the tens. And we're taking our number 50, which is 5 tens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're dividing it into 2 groups. So we'll do it like we did on Friday. We're dividing it in 2 groups at the bottom. So we've got to make sure they're equal groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4. But we don't have 2 more. We can't put it down there. So remember what he said. We're going to move this 10 over to the ones place. And that's what the decomposing part is. It was a 1. We're going to break it down. We're going to decompose it into 10 ones. So there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we've got to put these 10 ones into 2 groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's going to work out, isn't it? 9, 10. All right. So if we take 50 and divide it in 2 groups, how many are in each group? We've got 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And that would be our quotient. I forgot to write that on our first problem up there, and we didn't have any left over, so our remainder is 0. So on this one, I forgot to write it. We divided 5 into 2 groups. We had 2 with a remainder of 1 on that first problem. I didn't write that down, did I? Okay, so you see what we did. We broke it apart. If we write that in the standard algorithm, you're going to be tired of hearing that word, as tired as I am of saying it. So what we did was break down that 5 tens into 2 groups, and we saw that we could get 2 in each group. So we had 2 times 2 is 4. And then we subtract. 5 minus 4 is 1, and we bring down our 0, and that's the 10 we moved over here. And then we had to divide those 10 into 2 groups. We saw that there were 5 in each group. 5 times 2 is 10, and we didn't have any left over. So our answer is 25, remainder of 0. All right, let's look at the next one. Okay, we're doing 7 and divided by 3. So we just need our ones column this time. Ones column in our place value chart. We start with 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're dividing them into groups of 3. So let's make our 3 boxes at the bottom. And now we're going to take these 7 ones and put them in these 3 boxes evenly. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but I can't have an even number again. So I've got this 1 left over. All right, so that means that in every box there are 2. So if I take 7 ones and divide them into 3 boxes, I get 2 in each box with a remainder of 1 left over. So our answer is going to be, the quotient is 2. Every group will have 2, and there'll be 1 that will be left over. So looking at it as a problem like this, our division problem, 7 divided by 3, we know that it'll go into it 2 times. There'll be like 2 groups. 2 times 3, those 3 groups of 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 times 3 is 6. And then we didn't use all of them. There was 1 left over. So 2, remainder 1. Okay. Number 4. We've got a number in the tens place this time, so we need to draw this out. We're going to have a ones and a tens place in our box. So we'll draw a line down the middle. Make this our tens and our ones. And how many tens do we have in this problem? We've got 75. So we've got 7 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how many groups are we dividing them into? Dividing by 3. Okay, so we're going to have 3 groups at the bottom. And we'll start with the tens place. Let's work it out over here as we go through this. 75 divided by 3. So let's take these tens and put them equally in the boxes down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but I've got this 1 left over, so I'm going to send him over here and make 10 more over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Give ourselves 10 more ones. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll make that one big one there. I had 11. Okay, so now we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 ones. We've got to divide them equally down to here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's going to work out. 13, 14, 15. Didn't quite fit in my box, but we can see in our 3 groups we have 2 tens, so that's 20, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. So we'll have 3 groups of 25. So our quotient is 25. We didn't have any left over, did we? Our remainder is 0. So it looks like this. In the tens column, if we divided the 7 tens into 3 groups, we get 2 in each group. And then 2 times those 3 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we didn't use them all. We had 1 left over. And we moved it over to the ones column, which gave us 15 ones. And then we divided them into a group of 3s, and we found there were 5 in each group. 5 times 3 is 15. We used them all, so there was no remainder. So the answer is 25, remainder 0. Let's look at 2 more problems, and I'll let you go do it on your own. All right, this one is 9 divided by 4, so we just need our ones place. And we have 9 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're dividing them into 4 groups. So we're going to have our 4 places at the bottom to divide them equally. Okay. So the problem looks like this. 9 divided by 4. So let's take these 9 ones and put them in our 4 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we only have that 1 left. That's going to be a remainder, isn't it? So how many are in each group? There's 2 in each group, so that's our answer, with a remainder of 1. So working it out, 9 divided by 4. If we do 4 groups of 9 ones, then there's going to be 2 in each group. Okay, 2 times 4 is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But we didn't use them all. There was 1 left over. 2 remainder 1. Okay. Now this next one, I'm going to work out the problem first, and then we'll put it on the place value chart. Do something a little different. So let's do 92 divided by 4. And if you'll write this up here on your paper somewhere, D-S, I've already messed up, D-M-S, I can't get it right. It's been so long. Did I get it right? No, it's right. D-M-S-B. Okay, now you can think about this 2 ways now that I've scribbled 100 times. I always said daddy, mama, sister, brother. Daddy divide, mama multiply, sister subtract, brother bring down. Mr. Walker says dirty monkeys smell bad. So whichever way you want to remember it. But that means first divide, then you multiply, then you subtract, then you bring down. So let's divide first. Will 4 go into 9? Yes, it will. So daddy divide. So, or D, dirty monkey. So dirty divide. How many 4s are there in 9? There are 2. Mama multiply. 2 times 4 is 8. Sister subtract. 9 minus 8 is 1. Brother bring down the 2. So 12. And now we start back over. Daddy divide. 12 divided by 4. How many 4s are in 12? Well, it goes evenly. 3 times 4. There's 3. Multiply. 3 times 4 is 12. Sister subtract. We don't have anything else to bring down. So we have 23, remainder 0. That's going to be our answer, but let's show it on the place value chart. This is the standard algorithm that we'll be doing a lot of this week, but we were supposed today to show it on the place value chart. So we better do what we're supposed to do today. So we've got a number in the tens place and ones place. And so we're dividing the number 92, big number. So that's 9 tens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 tens and 2 ones, 1, 2. And we're dividing them into 4 groups. So let's get our 4 groups at the bottom. Okay. All right. So let's take these 10s, these 9 10s that we have, and put them in these 4 groups evenly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I can't, got 1 left, but I got to keep it even, so I can't use that one. So I'm going to take this 10, and I'm going to move it over here, and I'm going to decompose it, break it down into 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now notice in the tens column, when we take that 9 and divide it into 4 groups, how many are in each group? 1, 2, just like we got there. So this is just showing this in a picture. Now, since we added this 110 over here, that gave us 12, 10, 11, 12. That's what this showed right here, that we had 110 left over plus those 2 ones. It gave us 12. So now we've got to divide these 12 into 4 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we don't have any left over. So if we look in each of the 4 groups, how many do we have? We have 2 10s. So 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, and we didn't have any left over. So our answer is 23, remainder 0. Oh, excuse me. 23, remainder 0. So you're just drawing a picture on a place value chart today of dividing numbers, decomposing, showing how you decompose numbers, moving 110 to 10 ones. That's decomposing in the tens place. So that's a picture of it. All these ones that we work together, that's a picture of what you're doing. Okay? And when it says show the division using discs, then solve it. These little things that we drew, we can show it using discs. So, all right, then. Go give it a shot on your own.